Growing up for me was a little tough. Yeah, I went to a Southern Baptist school from 1st through 6th grade. Very, very intense, rigid, kind of Nazi camp in a way. And then I went to Catholic school, and then back to the same place. So I was very restricted as far as, I had to go to school, wear a uniform, or conform to a dress code. I went to a high school that is kind of a sore subject for me, because I went there and literally, I was the kind of person that was out there, outgoing, and we had to wear skirts that followed the crease in the back of our knee. They made us kneel down in a hallway full of 200 people, literally, and if your skirt didn't touch the floor, they'd send you home. It's humiliation. And yeah, they spanked you at age 13, 15. But yeah, I kind of went through that, and that was hard. I think that I'm very solitary. I'm an only child. I enjoy time with myself. I learn from myself. I'm my own best friend. And I don't know, I guess I've always wanted someone to share that with me, and I've never been the type to kind of go outside that.
Well, my parents were married, and they stayed married. My dad died about 8 years ago. My dad was an American Baptist minister, and he also was a prison chaplain. I used to play organ in the prison on Sunday. Never mind. Yeah, excuse me. My mom is a very devout Christian. She's a Methodist, but she says God doesn't make mistakes. So that I'm gay is not a mistake and is not an issue.
Well, I grew up in the UK. I'm the oldest of 3 boys. My parents married in 1960, and I grew up in a relatively simple environment. My parents weren't very complicated people. They led us a very simple childhood. So we didn't really know too much about drugs or about sex or about any of those things. As a result, I didn't really know a lot of things when I was a teenager, and I sort of didn't go out and get involved in lots of different things.
Hindsight kind of distorts that. Kind of think that you think there's a specific time in your life that you thought that you realized you were gay, but then you start thinking, well, when I was in elementary school, I really had a crush on this one teacher. But I don't know, is that really the realization of that you're gay? I don't know. I guess the best way for me to define that would be when I first acted upon it and accepted. Well, I wouldn't even say acting upon it and accepting it was actually at the same time, obviously not. So when I first realized that I was more attracted to men than women, I guess I was early 20s.
Well, the first time I noticed was actually in 5th grade. The first hint. I remember this one guy, which I actually do remember his name, but I won't state. I remember at recess we were just kind of playing football, and we weren't playing, the two-handed touch or anything like that. And I remember being tackled by him, and for some reason it just felt right, and I just couldn't explain it.
I didn't come out of the closet till I was out of high school. In high school, I knew. I think for myself, I started to know the minute I could really honestly distinguish between boys and girls. And but I really didn't think what I was going through was abnormal. I thought this is what all the boys went through. We all, you know, make cat calls to girls and look at girls and do all that stuff. And but I kept thinking about guys. When I was 5 years old, I wanted to marry my best friend Christopher. And if he hadn't moved away, I probably would have married him at 6.